Bara answer na memo akọ no aba nurse ni no osi wasi wo won saka court summons bia na
me hu say na abe fonten time so but say ye dey bibia koma me legal team and I say your friend say you see me ntimi maji bibi dey me sanka ba me anka sama come court ewie nti ono so offer me won court abeba
o court no ye dey here
ya ma come court ewie
na say Raf report ya bay vindicate wontinka on kan kira o judges ne say asem na mu kura ni ada ho nti wo munya idi
ya ma sebo aka kira mo say se no kura ni dey di na de me hwehwe ni bemu a entwie o de ba de no mo pekura me ba beto mo dia patana nanom until say empanyimfo sa boni dream die na e course so act na e course neti Enyam ye bepa mo mo fi institution because this is our life yeah medical your friend say administrator no hospital no ebie na no ka say me pa me ye bema me wura me emergency on mu biem na me mafi sa na Ghana mpanyimfo ene rate mpanyimfo pese o mu ka tire na me die me nkudim di abedi no ene say omo tai sa de we tinya se mrampo ni omo ndi a me court ene omu bedi omo ni amotibeto nsa from no omo ni amotia akokasa
omo ni amotia akokasa
ehona me court ne be wie some sama omo ema the court register na court register no dia kwakoto amotimoni enti se ehia se e frew na wo ba na obeyi ano a hunhunfo so ka omo de e wa samado enti ehona be kwakoto amochi na ono so afevel na wakwato yi wa no court ne de me court ne de kwa ye hwehwem okura bi ewom se me na bebu abom ya na ko se ye omo so na bebu abom a na kwakoyi ano ma amochi
more common from like black media. Finally, Yaa Titi aba bonten aba bekasa ediafa regions and some no. One Ralph the fellow Ghanaians atwetwem komo ewo ho. Na Ralph ato nsem no munchine awie ka. Ne nsem a working na ne se wono. Wode asem no akọ spiritual Supreme Court. Omo hwe say at the end of the day no omo nsa hyaase including nurse ni ba na wotwantoro to Ralph so say wabono amanensa ehwan no na at the end of the day what the nsa to ban boapa na ginensa no wo say huhum no baby a wode asem ne koye e was spiritually no ahohom no kire say ombe make sure say oba no edifa omo be fere na samado ombeku no eno da nchen so a Dr. Tenkorang a ono so PRO edma Ghana midwifery ene afeginal nurses for no so no ono so odifa o mefele na samado obi biada ne nsa wo sansem we sisi bi no sankofo ni nyina wo mekum omu nyina abusia eno na Ralph the fellow Ghanaians eka se ono wahye na namobo se sabosomfo edi na asem ma na obeto nantwie pa de akwa fom anase bibia abosomfo ni pebia no omo de be ma no chese enough is enough we and what they can say wo twere letter impo letter no bibia ye ready within a year Monday day nimu anase even Tuesday what the letter no be kwa koma Ghana police for say omo be demonstration concerning enough of enough efa near ekokoso no obi a wode obi bia ko wo hu nipa ko hospital na nipa no ebia wususu se omo hwe ne yi na nipa ne wu ye ne ho nsensem bebre no be ka ho no mo demonstration no ebusia owie no ba Yaa Titi tu japa wo ho se sa Dr. Tenkorang ne sa nurse ni ba no ba bonti betwa ntoro ene nurse fo no mo manka no kure ni nyina sankofo ni nyina e wose etimi pam mu efiri Ghana healthcare mu ensam de ebusia ebia koso a wo hwa Ralph ne nsam a wo ka na ebufu mpo otimi kan ya kokusi se sankofo no mo ye sa de ni no bekum mu e was spiritually e wo rich hospital no na ebusia ensam na no de ampeso ka mekwaji nchemu ni besisi ye
Abuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se onimi bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frene se sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo fom bema ye ketwa brabeji bula matali edro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma so ache e wo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuzuan no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye frene se mpelifo akwankyere anase wo betima frene back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet e wo ho sa wo sanity bi obeku bomode so be fa numbers na gu screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim wi a na bomode se me kyerɛ wo ne wo beye
na me catch was say emra say who follow your social media handles any news bulletin na ye de ba anwumre ni nyina me sure say update from Rage committee ayete ye say wamonye investigations no me Jimmy di say report no wutie bi wonim de e free mo ebaaye but yankoda yentie report no said ya wamo eka no pepepe na ye wi a ye ba ye beba beto aso na ya hwe say report no aye afanu mienu enti na ye be bisa simple questions say afa mienu na aba no Rage be accept anasa wamo accept ana wamo accept efa baako na efa baako na aka ne de wamo nyintumu ana na esusanso ban na wasa de wei so because say enipa dodo na wono omo kasa it's like government hospitals no omo hye ni gidie wom age say private hospital eni kwan so san ke basa because government hospital no ene de meme tax eye ho adwuma ede meme tax etua mo adwuma ye foka enti eni kwan se one day kwan ka wo bi sorry a obetena se no aka se me yare a me encourage me yare a me nko kwalebu ana me yare a me nko 37 ana me nko police hospital ana me nko UGMC ana me government hospitals akese no konfa no che ne de keka ho eni kwan se me ye Ghana ni na me sorry anopa na bia me ho dodomi a first na baba ma adwemu ne say government hospital enya trusted eti se me wosika ma me nko private hospital eni kwan se kebasa. But quick one, yankwani yentie report no, no asa do musi ekan kire yen, ye wi a na ye ba meto aso. Me ba che yentie report ne bra.
A total of 7 medical officers and 2 specialists were available on duty for a month of August as emergency room permanent staff. We also found out that, for example, out of 88 nursing staff who routinely work at the emergency department every month, only 54 are currently on duty at posts, with about 34 of them already vacated posts for various reasons. This has brought extreme shortage in the number of nursing staff who also support the emergency medical doctors. Honorable Minister, apart from the 4 main things, there were other findings that we want to bring to your attention. The committee also visited the nurse in question, the rotation nurse, Ms. Chocho Rejoice, who was alleged to have been physically attacked and was receiving care at the hospital. When the committee visited, indeed, we saw the patient in bed. The document available to us from the medical record, as I already said, had no indication of fracture or dislocation of the said staff. And he has received some psychological support as well. The committee was able to chance on the specialist who also attended to her at the ward at the time we visited. And at that time, the staff had been discharged to go home and come for review. We also found that the emergency department of the hospital, Honorable Minister, is an extremely busy place with a lot of human traffic and clients seeking care at the same time. And almost 100% occupancy at all times. It means that every time the beds are almost all full at Rage. It also received most of the trauma and acute referrals across the whole region, especially in the nearby areas where they don't have any medical facility, for example, La. And most of this traffic all flow to Rage as a primary source of care during emergency. The last observation was that Mr. Opon, who was alleged to have been knocked down, and who was brought into the emergency, and that called for the rest of others coming in, has also been seen, treated and discharged at the hospital. At the time we visited, he was fully conscious. He communicated fluently to us and had no obvious challenge when we went there. However, they have diagnosed him as having a base of skull fracture and yet to come for review on OPD basis to be seen. Honorable Minister, when we met as a committee, we received in-person witnesses. One of the persons we invited is Mr. Ralph St. Williams to come and testify to the committee. He agreed to come, but on the day of our appointment, he called with the lawyer that he would love to make a statement for the committee to use instead of being there personally for his own personal reason. So the committee agreed to receive a statement and evidence from him and his lawyer. Honorable Minister, I must say that I have just a brief summary of what he presented the exhibit are all attached as a full document for your review and understanding. From a statement copy that is attached to our report, the witness stressed that his distress and frustration was escalated by a nurse who made provocative remarks in the context of emergency, and this triggered his response. He also stated that at no point did he physically assault any medical staff or witness any person from among the bikers assaulting a hospital staff. He also made another assertion that no patient was intentionally filmed or video or targeted as his recording, because everything he did was targeted toward the delay, and that he thought the committee and any other person must have that urgent concern to see. And the last submission we've had from his 6-pager report, that he has submitted 4 video exhibits, including a Facebook live video, as evidence to assist the committee, and the committee actually gone through and you have given a report in your recommendation. So, Honorable Minister, permit me to just make 1 or 2 recommendations, and the rest are found in your full report. With respect to Greater Accra Regional Hospital Emergency Department, that is REACH Emergency Department, it's imperative that the following measures must be considered at your honorable office.
Mena asena menko ahomano sutew na femene raf enkodi enkomo ye boy ahomaden say ye ne Juliana Harina so eye PRO marriage ye friend no but onyamfa ye yenkone ye ne raf eni nkomo report na ba ye no aya famienu efa ba ko edi kan ene se committee na wo se enye no kre se nurse ni no se ye buo no ema ninsa ehwaye ninsa yokaso obi ensa dislocate achese dompene ewom no eye free mo akoto ba bi foforo eti ensa no wase ne ye kwakika dompene se ni ena afenso ya bobo no basabasa asort no ka wasem no committee ni chese nyade omuhu bibia saa ena o ma hu se ni dompe bia ehwan ni atoso mienu so ene se committee no enhu say there was no delay in healthcare. Eti ayam yenu. Ralph, good morning.
Morning.
Me pa cha oboko de.
Kibira boko na muso e.
Nyame adom me ho ye papa. Me dase anope se woni me ebedi enkomo. E wo CTV so me ye sure se enra committee ne report a wo mo ede ma Ghana fo no utie bi. E famienu e na ewom. E fa ba ko ene say enye no kre se woni won krofo a mokopie mu e wo rage no mo de mo nsa kan nurse ni bia wo ho enti obi ansa dislocate obi ansa mbu e na fracture bia so ama but the atosu bienu so ene say there was no delay in healthcare sa report we e famienu wo je ne say
so if there were no delays fine yeah that's it na make here with here for and Ghana for near or when this has na me da Ghana for so say I think say we Nigeria Igbo said sama esi o manimu about some few months ago no if you were assembly any assembly so abeye much concern Ghana for no any DHA yenia will be a tuna and so and I think that we are getting there as a country gradually. Say yenia no ye started kabum who say ade we ye pe we ye pe as a society you know making kind other Ghana for the brain say and the morning I started YouTube because I know any the way forward as a mind say per se ye in Kwandia then farmer 720 na nyoma ebe boye so mine no emfa ho so wo party A and now John Amadeko bi no yenya no yemaya ye be kan bom ni ahwe say ade papa no yaye na boye ni timeda Ghana for say na mother also say asa some ba yi moye nsantroku ba ko amu nia no mo de ma no to mu bi e ka ye mo anye sa foforo bi a omo no say ni media mu no omo ye omo adwene say omo be stories no say me be ma e look like the assembly sanet na emu no na etri bibia eko se no nipa no money down o ma said akodi boni bi e wo eye hospital because utie most of the videos that were made by Mr. Tenkorang was stating the clear that we use every media power to make sure that they win whatever they were doing. And you know, if say obi ekasa seminar na say uhu say media phone bi posting your mabi can send be tron send be to abonten it is assumed to have been that some of these media houses were equally compromised, and yet it's still my side in ye. Timeda was a no tea, Muniano, Mosumo Dinim Amano Cre, our assembly. Young call Assemna, Obisa and so committee, no, Yabe Domasi, so Monday amendments about one thing. But I also have a bit of Wakaka. Ewo almost some no with the Bible, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a was some one. You say, yet an animal, Omubube said, Bibian come papa, and ye credit. At what point, and and answer which things in a compile ye are the ascertain say, Tama ye ba when ye say. And I say, no delay, sir.
Yeah.
Say, young funny say, Ija, a talk camua. Ija talk camua, the first thing I will Rani could be on fire extinguisher. No, and only emergency. Inti say the emergency error hospital. Nipano, Nitikun Kurano, Emuna Pai. And then the Hunamu, Adia Pai one simple year, some immediate. Echami, Namudane Bano, Samudane, but now Tikun Kuradi, Emupaya, Minya medical person, into Sanono, Mudano, and you know a quite him for. Echo. Na the Yaa Titi bino internal bleeding no it is a moja enyu budi pamu eno no bebre na no ade akra bebre na afie mu ntim enti as somebody a mate ade e friend internal bleeding na me dino wona ni pedua ni padasani onwu ye ni betumi ade ne nkwa for more than numbers of a year utie omo kasa ni pa baako ST say this authentication lasted for over an hour and more. Inti obia we prayer na oda ho say ya resuscitate no ana ayaya ne den na oda ho da ho no ebere ben ina na enye delay no ina me ankasa in question na ye kama asemi enye se be so me ko hospital za me kokwa ma obi a na oda mpa so keke me prayer me ko hospital hospital na me ko ne twenty me nya ya de hwe na for over hour no na me hu nto me ana me nsa no enkoye enyera ye moja ne da hu tumie no na me da hu to no na she enfi ansana doctor ono ye doctor fo mpanyifo eda a nurse fo ni a doctor fo ni nia me nim se me twade twi ne dia ba brofo mu ye fe no medical superintendent eba ho ebeka se no o hwe me nsa ne se ne aye na obiemu a ha we ye deep no enye ade a ye de boss keke in a toso and yeah I clarify with yes I have stated that countless of times that lady na in question o me say she was being assaulted no or no any the boss every me time nurse for me mienu aba me ntan ko me bi so mo question and yeah a lot of Ghanaians mean the your friend say patient charter je ka patient charter e de bad ade a mu nipa na wakọ hospital no se wuhu about nurse ne oba be show no wo wo right so be bisa nurse ni say ade a wo si ni yi no den ana de be for so na be ba so ma me da bi nka me peni sei se panye ne de be wo a otumi sente mpa so panye de me mpe na nka eduro bi wo ho a metumi anom be se panye na na emu a no ma me ni ya right of a patient nurse ni bi eni hu kwa se ubisa nda asemu ya obeka cho say adan ina mo de mo ba no ma ye hwe ma na mo na mo che de me udi bi anka de tena afie those statements and comments no commenter amanfo be brina no ate dansem we bi if say akabi ache o ma de fie inti I don't get when ina ye beka se bibi delay and enye delay because that dreaming here mo no not over 1 hour no say ye moja to me ebetunye bleed to death eno na matese omuka bi say ensem ni bi wo no ma wo as a lay person no obedin say emergency but onu ni pana oye medical practitioner no onu hu ni say enye
emergency
which is okay but that is when communication comes in.
Okay,
that is when right first aid should be done. The hospital at any point never did any first aid for me. All the time, another one. The only thing the lady in question did, and they said, or they, your friend is saying, boss, every say, oh, the patrol, the two and son so, like a baby show. That was it. And as I see had nothing to even do with me. It was as a result of guy no damn paswa. They will put into at what point in an emergency, even when more resuscitating the panel, no that hono any emergency. But at that point, you know, the big cover stage will be catching the patroni panel damn paswa and the whole pono. I think we need a medical practitioner, either a doctor, a physician assistant, or a nurse to explain into details. So be a winning accident at Dampaso, yes, sir. And you're dying after the Sabreno, and you would own one, and I say, I want a dental in an hope. Into Sabreno, not any emergency, now you're dying a mace.
So, there was no communication between one and nurses, no. Emma Mon will say, oh, Ebi at the air, no, Munya, but today, Ribiania, no, yeah, Bibiania, there was no communication.
I keep saying, tell me, about some for, and Mim Pessam, a dear, you be a end the Bayeme. And I mean, Pessa, the didn't throw and to be so. The only communication that went on when we had gone to ask the lady, because who could be sad, and I know your communication, you people are having a communication.
Yeah.
So that communication was into Munshano, and the statement was, win a card, no matter no machine. And the thing I asked the guys and they said, now mobile and one quadrant, no so much, and I'm like, God of mercy. What was the panic card? Which move and or damn person who put a also in the moon. That was the only communication. But as me, my dear tailor, as a fashion designer, Obiaba me shop, and I make Miniho, and a mabada to say, my boy is a workshop for and you'll be a bouncer. As you, and I don't know, no, madam, I can't see by and 2 years. But my men in Tiasia, not the Batusua, so much no more in Tiasia, and I buy and Tiasia, and you say emergency, madam. Pastor, sorry, men are here, boss, let's know, yes, you know, now, but Senamia, may would be a course here. And the boys can't be your man can hear, I'm really sorry. Men are higher media. Pastor, the Basima, oh, a media Tade Bahanum, no more so maybe a Yawadi. Yawadan of Pammy, me buy at no movie, oh, not having a idea here, oh, master, a color with a year. That is when a nurse will be showing the doctor the person on the down. Oh, no problem. Wait there, any problem there. Academy, I can't be a toy that to an abat my DBC amount. Timania mention, Namia, and I say, let me commend the master for buttons window. Now also started to try the man. Communicating, but you see, our medical practitioners, they feel so entitled. To the extent to say, almost professional is much important than obifuphobia. Into a whole communication, your friend saying, secretary to the you know, it's been put in no ekatre obi say ni obi kasa said you create into in the context no asama na minister na kano enye nyansa, right? Allah salamu alaikum. I go get pressure. I get the pressure finished already. Do you understand? Say obi kase asama wo kano wo kasa said you create one obusa asama wo kan nyansa bi eni. Yeah. So what I say. In a two wo ye create into wo no wo sem fata say obeba beka health asem. But yeah, hospital danka say si wo no. Wo school na wo ko eni nia no. Say yan tete nia ya mu ya taxes. Say yan nia ne koko eni wo kromia. Enyama mienu ena ehwe asoman. Koko gold anamebwa. Yeah. Ena abosia ebia de mamemfa koko ni abosia yebo. Gold no card ye said ante wonsem. Because I know the nya hunka so bia. Ba koko ni abosia anamebwa. Abosia ni ekobon ye bon wo Ghana fo di mu. Eno wo nurse no ka ho. Meme so me ka ho, me so kwe ni me ka ho. Enti eno no ye nia no ye sika ka ho bi. Ba wo nurse ni ni bie. Unya direct benefit from it because wo so me so a wo ye djuma etua oka. Ba me kwe ni no hwan etua me ka. Inti se mimi kweni ye de di kobo bosia na se ye de besi hospital a na de sanso due nuane e ma wo nurse no nya bidi na wo nya ahode asole akọ hospital when you eat well you don't fall sick apart from accidents. Inti nipa wo di ye a unya yare bia tisa kwensia inti se nya kwensia na nya na meba hospital na ye de bidi e kan kobo bosia no na meba be da sa hospital obia e fa so be na menya obosia na e kobo ye ne so. But when there's an idiot, Mosome so a chauka, Mosome so Yama allowance, even who go school, no, and son over than the nest. Yes, Yama allowance, kakra. Not to be seen, dear, not by your nest. Not for the share out, you know. For the share that my young can know to Tanamono. For the share girl would not car when we talk plantations, pure water, I out to be no. Nanyamia Yadom, and my car for that girl, then I'll send it number one. Who say, or your queenie, or your car queen in Channel.
All right, Ralph, was there any communication between Money Committee? No, was there a point I your friend more ATM someone who was him?
Yes, Utie communicate no many about some reports now. Omukai say the respondents, you know, SOD nothing would be a buy, which is true. I mean, which was true. Yeah, me lawyers could say in CBC. In fact, on the I think Wednesday was a Thursday, you know. I was invited by my lawyer. Say, member na yenye ye. You know, you put it together. Your report, I think 4 pages or so.
Yeah.
And I made the videos in Kaya, me time I me call hono, and it na air coswa. Na me medie. Imagine I me day and say, and you might be said in KE, and me ye that video no as an advocate. Na me tia na kahunsem say yenye bibin found, and then wunsem kwa meka. Messy to one among aqua the respected agents, your friends and ministry. Edia ko semenya bre and our minister benya a bread yamamia. Maybe at Treno. Even on the 3rd day, Monday na almost case the call a rate hospital on Mukosia minister, maybe to go to the call. Not be free. The same rate hospital one. I may be seeing Aquasha boy no Yareno or a friend a rage on. And me call hono. Now I did me this videos be any in summer a course because I didn't know that girl no. And for whatever reason, whatever banity no abet now so proper as some better than a criminal. So me na me do me dia me di say na bua say aban bi obeba so bia no enyoma pa Ghana for hwehwe no ye be de be ko monim say ye kwan na enya ye be kwa ka kire omo say ye nsuo na e ha obi ma ye be kwa ka kire omo me gina no so na makoka say omo say me ko hospital Sunday na me ko no on the 17th videos are be taking in and I think these are the measures the minister take here a baby beba o free wa ye be bodi aka say na pen so and aside we buy na yes ye tete you need beje say ye ka hobi and the man say we nearby into yes omo free e ma me the video ni nia no e koma omo because the nyabre and far more when the whole incident started, you know, coming up and the back and forth and everything. But almost friend, Emma me desa nyomano enya koma me lawyer and through me lawyer so or the koma
okay. So were you surprised say report in buy you know acquire in twofold say you know say enya no say assault bi akoso and enya no so said there was delay eya wo nwanwa na
eya me nwanwa on the side they say almost say there was no delay but nwanwa sorry and me one say girl no all my cards and my bono I know the one because I knew
now that they would did another part delay they won't get
me and no be because maybe me some family san cannot at any point the only thing na me kobuka can say at some point I felt like I've lost myself na me nimsa me yare as me lose my journey because the way I know money abre you know as if say no crese my girl nampa even though I know some family sanka so I kept asking myself ana me lose my brain ana bibi yem ana me right and only idea my film kaka in the last 3-4 days but say I am one say e ba bon say some am bon dey I am one kete because me some am bon and no put them am two and am obia me to be to for paying for any human kaka to deal with this and that's about me can want because I say maybe my main camp class and channel the incident here but na no but the na I am one kaka ne the delay na I say na enya no crese e delay no say in sebusi na say ya try say ye be balance no say ye be ya enkoba ne say obi na say ye ka say delay bi am mambo girl no delay bi am e say bi before say bi am ma e na me ko ye de wo so what I say and when and me pay na me before ye catch the Ghana for say Ghana for some ko hospital na say moje etumo o yere kowo na odampa so moje etuno obre eye not wa yesi enya emergency into that na ho na yi handkerchief na se da nyum bi wo wa ta to manyame tep na se fo na prebu omo to omo ho so na se omo se sa be no beso omo be hye na omo be ba be hye oyira ma na se e ba na se wo wusu a odampa so wo wu nti e be ne dey and na se fo okom ya no no ewu de anya o ma de foforo eye normal mo and uwu a and come she to what I say. It helps that we try to balance certain things. Young kind of friends say, I didn't know, and yet, and my equalize it into a politics man. I did when I buy with Yang, and also Banaka, and I was saying, yes, yeah, it was your buy, and I am Yan, now you try to equalize it. You just had to wait until when, and then you be jay, yeah. Yemiano, no almost say you delay and you delay. Me the letter at the police for to notify them of a demonstration coming up on enough is enough with medical negligence and professional negligence. Obi be a Ghana ha wako hospital ye delay ni ma ne hwe ne ba ne maame ne papa on one kasa ne dofu bi obi ampie bi and ma metro ma dwene kan campaign for o ma ngu say omo na omo rage ho no sa da no maame fo any omo girl no and you don't yes we want to know which people were behind the bondaging the all acts in a course we want them to know as far as the law is concerned. Aiding and abetting is a criminal offense. Obi o say girl nichi ese ni kutupa so no ankasa so na ye dia and you no ankasa go face ni mra but senkofo bi na se letia ya sankofo no enye competent enough honest enough to be in an sector like our health. Almost in a kita yankwa, almost the Tumima yankwa, Abra yankwa free and similar, almost the betu yankwa. Now say, you to me, a bopo, as you say, I said, yes, intino, yes, damn grab one thing, and yeah, Kuma wood, acting yanko for ye, and ye, Mrs. say, who are we a guy in your water? Say, and you be wasem, now for that hospital. You bet to me, any nurse paying me. I was a sound. Let's say she come pa, yet the amano. Say, Peobia, or bet to me this album with Yamame. Many Yati was a mano da suminaso. Now Yati about the direct hospital. Me Peobia bet to now one upon your one Yakuyati Yamame. Nurse be paying us as the caucus over to Naka say, oh, we will be. Ya one nurse ni ba kwa. I won't kai. Ralph ne raise as a mono. Nurse ni, I'm not saying you know. Yani said that plan yema o to be identity training sa o ye ne kama into that girl no dan wo ye betunya akwane amandon mo de akwo ma we ya titi fi asasi so ye to ni say ya titi akwa kopiem ewo ayimikurom bunkwa na o ye adwuma na obi ni ya titi wa asem na ye ba be hu na si ni bi o no so gene to say sa omo ni ni kunai bi ye if obi na say te AD girl mo ye sa na ye pete utumi ya titi ba be wo na me ni di kuru twempna o say e banti e no na ya titi na me huso afefu me pese wo ya titi pane ma ana wo ku akwala no e ma me na ama ni kuru no aka say wasan clash ne ba ne dia na susu bi di ya titi eti inti na e ma ni ntumi wo ba na nso obi ne bo ne patua ne ka e ma ne yes adwuma die no se ne be ya obi eni jebi e be ye adwuma dia those people don't deserve to be in our health service and this is a threat to the life of Ghanaians. So yen DC so yen people ni, we Ghana ni, we are the here. I see in Yaa Titi. Now yen for we we are only calling on the government to do the needful because this is our life. Omo die bia omo yare a, omo kwa yare hwe e wo baby a obi eni mo baby a nipa omo di ekuo a eda ayarehwe enim no entumi mba abonten meka se ya targeting nkofo bi mo na so mo be wura ye hospital a ye be mo fu se ye ne professional no kebio police ni e di tu ne body pa ho bai nurse ni ana doctor ni e di duro ene paneye e ne body pa ho bai ana eje ne nkwa na se police ni e die na no katre ne bodyguard ne master or bodyguard ne se honorable minister sa se mu yesira sa mu nka bi ma police for dia e da me ni wutu kwan enam so no metre wo se me a professional police officer na se eyetuo ena police ni bi koto ye ena sa asem ne ba ya ye ka na se police bodyguard bi na no ka sa asem na me pa cho ni betu kwan bi
onya to kromo obekun
okay enti se nurse ni o de panie ena je nkwa free pansim e ka tell say mashabu ni amonso na mu be pie hospital ye be hu die be sia asem no person okatere mo asem we ye Ghana for to think about, and that will be my last word. Yeah, the letter Ebekwa Koma police for I am looking out for the investigations to be carried on. We need a report on which our people aided this lady for her to do that. If you anticipate the girl no and then kophobia no musu we dumemu hompo a umentu nyantu omenu manka say by the oath of their service to the country no any national pledge your national anthem entino omubeka no to uphold the good name of this country no has been sacked to serve as a deterrent. Send your bay a mess for be wosubi a hubi the amount for na mo show no enye favor bi na mo de yom na mom no eya said who play role maybe you create ni sebe kwa akodo e de aduane abadwa so wo so ye nurse ni se carita no efuoma na ba na wo so ahwe me enti obi anya obi a favor ye nia ye hwe ye ho ensa we dare we na we dare we e ma ba ko mfili se ne de papa e te obi, and the right thing has been done by the impanyinfo a ana o man panyin akasa wo that we hu a will be on the street for 1 week to demand the resignation of all these people at the hospital. But
answer na memo akono aba nurse ni no osi wasi wo won saka court summons bi ana
me hu se ne nam Abel Fontaine na so, but say ye de bibia koma me legal team and I say your friend say you see me ntime maji bibi de me sanka ba me anka sama come court ewie nti ono so offer me won court abeba
o court no ye de hia
ya ma come court ewie
na sa Raf report ya bay vindicate wontinka onka nkyira o judges ne say asem na mu kura ni ada ho nti wo munya di
yeah ma sebo aka kire mo say se no kura ni deed na de me hwehwe ni bemu a ne ntieu de ba de no mo pekura me ba beto am mo de patana nanom okay me ye no ya enye me Raf na me di nkunimu ye ndi nkunim bia until say impanyinfo esesa boni dream die na ekoso act na ekoso leti enyan ye bepam omo fie institution because this is our life enye Raf pew in the crown Raf what is a video me post video bi o me post one man pay this video was a video I filmed at Monday na minister eko hono no and medical your friend say administrator no hospital no e bie na no ka say me pa me be ma me wura emergency on mu biem na me mafie.
Hey,
do you think we are safe as a people? You might think it's about Raf, but then yeah about Raf nko so ba hospital na bibi ntaye na se wo koka your life it's at risk onkwa e dan so nim Sada Ghana payinfo any rate payinfo person omo ka kire na me de me nkunim dia bedi no ene say omo tai sad we etinya semrampo ni omo ndi a me court eni omo bedi omo ni amotibeto nsa from no omo ni amochi akokasa
omo ni amochi akokasa
ho na me court ne be wie say me sama omo e ma the court register na court register no dia akoto amochi monim enti say ehia say e frew na wo ba na obeyi ano a say ahonhomfo e ka o masem e wo court e wo your friend say Supreme Court and High Court and Circuit Court your friend say honamufo ahonhomfo so ka o mo de e wa samado nti ho na abekwa akoto amoche na ono so afevel na wakwa akoyi wa no ho nti me de ye nya no enye Raf nti ye nya no say enfubi ebeba your system nim edobi ebeba your system nim nipa wotima the sense of agency be in the sector no ebe start say eye eduma na nurse ni ehu say eye ma sade say me ba obi ba hospital na hye no me di odo in 10 peso ebe hye da nipa no na me mfa entro say BBC a me wo eye fan say union bi a me gan a omo di omebo me ho ban me di ko si say kura na embra bi se kutupa say yentu mi ndi medi enten kosi aga ensema de bia na for ni bi kan o we ye de kwa kosi aga 3-4 days ya 3-4 days no court ne de me court ne de kwa ye hwehwem no kura bi ewom se me na bebu abom ya na ko ye omo so na bebu abom a na kwa koyi ano ama amochi
Raf medase ya besa akasa
medase minya
all right Raf na nyamisha Raf de ne na kwa kodi enkomo no